All right, so this is a good question. We used to have a feature that allowed you to mark a shipment as received. That feature is no longer really available, but let's go in and see. You can still access some of the older features, but I would be careful doing it. So we have these links back to the requisition and the shipment that you can actually view the details. It's going to look somewhat similar to the stock movement, but basically, a stock movement is just the combination of the request and the outbound stock movement. But you can come in here and access some of the older features. And I believe, let me see, receive shipment. So I don't think it's here. I wonder if it exists. I'll come back here in a second, but if we do a shipment list, what we can see is this is the older view, and I think, don't remember which one it was, but I could take this and say mark as received. So 859 JEM. Let me go to 859 JEM. And now the status here should be received. So if you go back to your outbound stock movements and you do this one here, you can see that, well, it still says issued, but it has been received. So that would be one way to do it. The easiest way to do it, or sorry, that is the easiest way to do it, I would say, but I would be somewhat cautious of using that feature. Another way to do it is essentially all we're doing is adding in an event here. So if you are on the stock movement details page here, and again, you go through view shipment and go to the events, all we're doing is adding in this here with a date timestamp, so that the status is derived off of the events here. So if I wanted to, don't know if I can do this, but if I deleted this, it should go back to shipped. Yep. And so what I could do is come back in, view shipment, and just add in a partially received or received. Actually, let's do partially received for a sec, just to show that that would work as well. Partially received at Belladere. Save. And so now we're in receiving, and then if we want to again mark it as received, we would just add in received here, and then Belladere. Save it. And now it's received again. So again, that's how I would do it. What you'll notice is there is no receipt. That is because we're just essentially creating the event. We are not actually receiving it. If you did want to receive the goods into that location, which is possible, we would have to build something into the system to allow you to do that. It does make sense if there's no manage inventory to at least create the receipt. But yeah, it gets somewhat confusing because the receipt is attached to a transaction of a stock credit. So if you're not managing inventory, having the receipt might make sense, but having the transaction to actually credit the stock or increase the stock in the destination location probably doesn't make much sense. But we could look into doing something like that if you needed. Hope that helps. And let me know if you have any other questions. Thanks.